And shout out to Fin and Fire Fly Shop, where you can buy sage rods.
And a special thank you to Swing the Fly magazine, who has published 2 exclusive content Line Speed Jedi videos not available to the public.
Hey guys, I wanted to give a hearty shout out to Sage Rods, and I'll tell you why. In that last video that I made, the one about the trout spey casting tips for cat-handed and double spey right hand up, showing the drill to use to get a lot of repetitions, because that's really, once you get a couple good casts and you practice a lot, get the reps in, it starts becoming second nature. That's how you get improvements in your casting. There's no way around it. Firm grasp to the fundamentals and then practice. The best tip I ever got was from William Olson. He said, cut the hook off your fly, go stand in one place and cast for hours. And that has really helped me to improve my casting, and it'll do the same for you. But I wanted to give a shout out to Sage Rods because my new friend Drew, who's a student, he told me this story. He had a sage pulse, I believe it is, a trout spey, and it broke. And he sent it in to Sage to get it fixed.
Me casting the Sage TCX Death Star.
And they contacted him and he said, it's gonna be a minute. Would you like a loaner rod in the meantime? So he said, sure. So they sent him a Sage 1, 3-weight, 11-foot, I think it was, and that thing was exquisite. That was one of the nicest rods. So they got him a rod to use. It was an upgrade for sure. It's a beautiful casting rod. He had a Rio Skagit head T8 sink tip and an unweighted fly, really nice fly that he built himself. Very nice. And he was impressed with Sage, and this isn't the first story I've heard about Sage like this. So good on you, Sage. That is just awesome. And you can't go wrong with a Sage fly rod as far as that goes. I have my favorites and Sage models. There's several Sage models that were favorites of mine. I've had several of them. I never broke one though. Great rods, great customer satisfaction. You really can't go wrong in the warranty department with the Sage. So what were some of my favorite Sage rods? The Death Star, the 10-weight 15-foot TCX, which is in the same TCX line as the Death Star, and the Z-Axis 8-weight 12-foot 9-inch 4-piece. That thing was just a fabulous, fabulous rod. 3 of my favorites right there. Oh yeah, and now the Sage 3-weight 11-foot trout spey, Sage 1. Whew. So from what I've heard, I seriously doubt you could go wrong with any of the Sage X models. I've heard nothing but wonderful things about those.